What up guys, your boy Mike, aka New Yorker in the Philippines, and today, as you can see, I'm coming at you from a new location. So in the last video, I said we moved from Eastwood. I'm gonna show you off the new spot, and here we are. So today, I'm gonna do the grand reveal, let you know where we chose, and show you around the place. And by the end of the video, I think I'll have a lot of people saying, damn, that's a nice spot, maybe I'll move there too. Let's check it out. So the place we actually chose to move to might come as a bit of a surprise. A lot of people, actually the majority of the people in the comment section last video, guessed we moved to BGC, which is quite understandable because BGC is a very nice place. It was actually one of our top destinations as well, but incorrect. So the big reveal, we actually chose to move to Mandaluyong. So some of you people watching, some of my foreigners back home might be wondering, why Mandaluyong, or even what's Mandaluyong, because it's not a place that often comes up, especially compared to BGC, Makati, and some of the bigger name cities. But Mandaluyong is right in that area, and I think it's a bit underrated. So I'm gonna show you guys the property, give you a better idea what it looks like, some of the amenities, talk about Mandaluyong and why I think it's underrated, and then we'll go from there. So this is a DMCI property called Kai Garden. As you can see, it's a very open air design with a resort feel, and that's sort of the theme they're going with. So right here, we're in the main lobby. You can see they got the air hockey on deck. They got the foosball table. Shout out to Bobby O'Shea. And then they got this cafe slash mini restaurant for people that live here. You could just go grab a bite, grab a drink, do whatever you want to do. So the big thing about this condo that we liked, besides just the overall look, is they put a lot of focus on convenience. So everything is where it needs to be. Everything you need is like right at the lobby or within the property for the most part. And we like that a lot. So I'm gonna show you guys the outside area before it rains, so we gotta be quick. Let's take a look together. So it's a bit gloomy today, but work with me. It's still pretty nice out overall. It's better for me actually because the weather's nice. Anyway, here you can see the outside area. Let me show you guys some of the things they offer here as far as amenities, because that's one of the main reasons we chose this spot. So to the right here, you can see that they got a full court basketball court with the roof, so you could play in any weather. Also every Saturday they have a rec league here. People do basketball and they also do pickleball. So I know pickleball is quite popular here in the Philippines. You could do both. On the other side we have 3 swimming pools in total. So this is the main pool. And then over to the left we have a kiddie pool and a little pool with a water slide. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Let me show you some things over here. There's one really awesome thing they got that I've never seen at a condo before, and that's these grills. So we're gonna work our way over there, but first, give you a little look again. Gazebo seats right here, so when you're done swimming or if you just want to chill out next to the pool, they have gazebos. And then if you follow me straight ahead, this is what I was talking about with the grills. So they got like this picnic area, 4 tables, and then as you can see, each table has a grill built into it. So this is really cool because one of the things I love about the Philippines is the family values, like the community aspect of it. And having grills out here, just another thing where you see a lot of families grilling together. You'll meet people, make friends, share some burgers, whatever. It's totally free to use the grills if you're renting here. All you gotta do is bring the charcoal and the food and then go from there. So it's the first time I've ever seen anything like that as far as looking at condos goes. Never seen community grills. It's pretty interesting, but it's a little cool thing. And then if I flip the camera, take a little walk, you can see there's a lot of greenery on this property. So it's unlike Metro Manila as a whole, you know. Having a lot of greenery is nice. It's a different change of pace. So the pools are actually closed today. They're closed on Thursdays for maintenance. That's why I don't see people swimming. But it's good that they do a maintenance day, because that means the pools are gonna stay clean in good shape. So I'm gonna walk over here. You can see the water slide. And then if you just go up these stairs, it's an actual functioning water slide. At first I thought it was just for show, decoration, but nah, you can go down it, so there you go. Water slide on the property. So people always talk about value when it comes to the Philippines, living in the Philippines. This is the kind of value they're talking about, you know. Imagine if I'm renting in America, what I'm gonna get for the price I'm paying here, which is $500 for a 2-bedroom. I don't think you're getting any 2-bedroom. I don't think you're even getting a 1-bedroom, let alone something with all these amenities. So it is what it is, you know. There's pros and cons of living in both places, but just showing you guys a little piece of the Philippines, what it looks like, and some of the value that can be had here. So you guys haven't seen Teddy since the beginning of this video for a while. That's because Teddy's playing over here on his seesaw. Teddy, you like the seesaw? Oh, he's focused, hyper locked in. So one of the main reasons we decided to move, actually, because we wanted a bigger space for Teddy. When we moved to Eastwood, Teddy wasn't even a thing yet. He wasn't conceived, let alone born, so we didn't know we were gonna have a 3-person family. Now that we have Teddy though, he's a year old, we want to get a bigger space for him. So that's why we switched to a 2-bedroom. And I'm gonna show you guys one more thing on the property that we really liked for Teddy's sake, and that's this. So you can see here, they have a full playground. So this is really nice for Teddy's development as he gets older. He's already trying to play now, but as he gets older, he'll be playing on this. It's good to have just a park right downstairs from your apartment. Very convenient. So they have this hill with a slide here. They have swing set. They have lots of greenery for Teddy to practice his walking on. And they even have a full trampoline in Metro Manila. That's crazy. You know, I didn't even have a trampoline growing up, actually, but I played on my friend's trampoline. So the fact that Teddy's gonna have his own trampoline is really cool, I think, something I didn't have. And it just, like I said, when it comes to value in the Philippines, it's crazy all the amenities you can get for 500 bucks. So we got a full playground, we got a basketball court, we got grills, we got 3 swimming pools, a water slide, and you know, that's not even all of it. So I'm actually bringing you guys into the basement now, show you some of the things they have there because there's more amenities. Then I'm gonna bring you up to the roof deck and show you my favorite part of this condo. So yeah, let's head back because it's about to rain. Then I'll show you guys the lobby or the basement, what's in there. I'll show you guys the roof deck. Then I'll talk a little bit about what makes Mandaluyong a good choice. Because like I said in the beginning of the video, not too many people are moving to Mandaluyong, at least not documenting it on YouTube. It was sort of the same way with Eastwood when I was looking to move here initially. I've seen some Eastwood videos here and there, but I didn't really see much of a perspective of a Westerner or someone living in Eastwood that can give like a long-term perspective, long-term views. And that's what we're hoping to do. That's what we did in Eastwood. That's what we're hoping to do here in Mandaluyong too. Because, you know, I'm a New Yorker, and my fellow New Yorkers, I know I got a few of you guys watching the channel. You know we like to get a deal, right? You know we like value. So I think Mandaluyong is a good spot. It's often overlooked, a little bit underrated in my opinion, because the location is quite good. And there's some very nice condos here that I think aren't on people's radar, unfortunately, just because of the location itself, right? So we're in a barangay here. I think the neighborhood is called Boni, so Boni Mandaluyong. And I think a lot of people are overlooking it just because of the initial neighborhood, which is a big mistake because the central location is excellent. But anyway, enough yapping. Let's get to the basement and then we'll go up to the rooftop, show you guys a little more. Alright, so right now we're in the basement area. Just show you a few things they have down here. I'm gonna keep it quick. It's not too exciting to be in the basement, but there's some nice amenities down here as well. So on the left here, they have a water station. So if you're a resident here, every month you get 5 free jugs of water, which is nice. On the right here, they got their own convenience store. It's actually pretty stacked too. And then over here, what we're doing right now is they got a laundry room as well. So just like I was saying, everything you need on the property, even when it comes to the basement, they got a lot of extras too. They also have a church down here. I think it's Victory Church. If you want to worship, you could do that. So a little bit of everything. All right, guys, so let me show you guys one last thing on the property. This is going to be actually our favorite thing on the property, probably one of the main reasons why we chose this. Something that really blew me away. So if you go up to the 40th floor, you can probably guess where I'm going with this. They got a very, very nice 360 roof deck. So let me just show you guys what it looks like. So if we look out this way, flip the camera, boom. You can see, like I said, it's a large 360 view. This direction, we're facing Ortigas Center, Mega Mall area. Down below that, you have Boney Avenue, Mandaluyong, that whole thing. And then it goes all the way around. So let me show you guys the other side. Over here, we have Bonifacio Global City. If you go this direction, you can see Bonifacio in the distance with the bridge. Then over there, we have Rockwell and Makati. But the thing with Mandaluyong is I think it's very underrated. I think it's not too known by foreigners, and I think that is a shame because it's a very nice area. So one of the places we looked around, and we looked around many places. I work remotely, so I have the benefit of not having to be tied down to one place. So we looked at Eastwood. We went to Bonifacio Global City, of course, different neighborhoods in Makati. We went to the Manila area next to Manila Bay and Mega Mall. Ortigas area, you know, by Ortigas Center and Pasig, all that stuff. We pretty much looked up and down different areas here. Even Alabang, or Alabang, however you pronounce it, right? We looked over there too. But the place we really, really liked, besides Bonifacio Global City, was Greenfield District. So if you guys never heard of Greenfield District, if you're watching this back in the States or Canada, wherever, it's not so popular, but Google Greenfield District, Mandaluyong, and I guarantee you guys will like what you're seeing, because it's just like Eastwood in the sense that it's built in a very small area to Western standards. It's clean. There's lots of different restaurants, shopping experience, things to do all in one spot, and that's what I'm into, especially living here in Metro Manila. I think a lot of people that have never been here, you see a bad reputation about Metro Manila from foreigners, from expats, and I think they're just doing it wrong. And I can't say that objectively because everybody has different preferences, but I really don't understand the hate for Metro Manila. Like, I get that there's traffic, I get that it's dirty in some areas, but there's so many benefits to living in the metro that people are just overlooking. And I think these little bubble areas designed for convenience are just like the spots you need to look at. If you're moving here for the first time, stay in one of these spots, use it as your home base, go from there, look around. If you want to get exotic, you want to get something else after that, go ahead. But these Eastwoods, these Bonifacio Global Cities, the Rockwells, Greenfield districts, these are the kind of areas that I think you need to focus on because they offer a lot of benefits. Not only accessibility, not only Western standards, but it's just like everything you need in one spot. You're going to feel comfortable moving here. So there's a lot of these little spots popping up in the Philippines. There's other ones I want to make covered in the other video, but anyway, back on track. The point is there's lots of places and they need to be talked about. But today, Greenfield District, it's about 6-7 minutes from here. And actually a realtor put us onto this place and I never heard of it. And I never heard of Kai Gardens, and I'm pretty well versed because I like to do my research. I like to be self-advocate for these kind of things. And I was just like, Kai Gardens, what is that? Let me go check it out. So I pop it in Google, I look around, I see the neighborhood, and I just immediately, for a second, dismiss it because I'm, in that moment I was being ignorant. I was like, I don't want to live in that neighborhood. I don't even know what that is, so it can't be that good, right? So I thought, right? But anyway, I decided, Mike, don't be a dumbass. Don't be ignorant. Check it out. Do some research. So I went on Google, went on Street View. I looked around the area a little bit. And then I said, it's not bad, It's barangay style, but that's not a deal breaker for me. I think when you first move here, barangay can be a little bit intimidating because, compared to the other places like Makati, compared to Bonifacio Global City, it looks different on the surface. I don't want to be like say the wrong thing, but I just want to be honest, be direct. It looks more run down, it looks dirty, but that's not always the case. It's just different, you know what I mean? These standards in these places like Bonifacio, they're built up to be very picturesque. The barangay is just real living here in the Philippines, in the city. So I think at first it could be intimidating if you're new here, but I've been here for a few years. I'm used to being in the barangay. May does a lot of shopping there. That's where you get the best local food. That's where you get the best deals. That's where you get the best laundry deals too. So the barangay is nothing new to me. So I just thought I'm gonna check this place out, right? So let me go on Google, check out the pictures. I clicked the pictures, and oh my God, I see like this condo that is just amazing looking. Like I've showed you it by now in this video, and I'm just like, I see this condo that's amazing looking, and I'm just like, what is this? I tell May, like, is this a hidden gem that we've been looking for? Because like, what is this thing, you know? This place has a grand lobby that's beautiful. We see pools, 1, 2, 3 pools. We see a water slide. I'm like thinking to myself, what the heck? We see this open air design that's very beautiful. The architecture is very nice. There's grills downstairs that you can grill on. There's all this stuff, right? It's just very beautiful. And then I decide, you know what? I wanna look at this place. Maybe, you know, let's see if it looks as good in person as it does on the internet. So we get a realtor to show us around, and when we get here, I'm just blown away. I'm just blown away by the amenities first off, and just the design of the building. So this really is like a resort of its own, nestled in the middle of a barangay. I don't know how else to put it. That's the perfect way to put it, in my opinion. It's a resort style condo in the middle of the barangay, and it is what it is. But when we got here, everything looked just like the pictures did, if not better. And when I got to this rooftop, man, oh man, I was just thinking to myself, I'm moving here. Like, this is the spot I'm gonna be moving to, because I just fell in love with it. So that's kind of just how we ended up here. The thing that's good about this place, like I said, if you go outside, you're in the barangay. So if that's a deal breaker for you, oh well, you know what I mean? I understand, but I wouldn't be so short-sighted about it, because when you're taking a grab from this area, you're very accessible, right? You can go, as you can see, you can go from Ortigas, you can go to Makati, you can go to Bonifacio Global City, boom, 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 boom. You see all these buildings around us? This is different cities, and each city is about a 10-minute drive or less. So everything we've been looking at as far as moving is 10 minutes or less. We got Bonifacio, 8-minute drive. We got Makati, 8 to 10 minute drive. We got Ortigas, 6 to 8 minute drive. Greenfield District, 6 to 8 minute drive. And yeah, we're just in a good launching location. And let me just be straight with you, right? This place, in my opinion, was just a good deal. Like, overall, like, it was just a good deal, because we were looking in Bonifacio. We wanted to get a 2-bedroom, but it was nearly impossible for our budget in Bonifacio Global City, at least what we wanted to spend, because here we're paying $500 a month, which is about 28,000 Philippine peso. And I'm talking in Bonifacio Global City, if you put in the legwork like we did, you could find some decent deals for 1-bedrooms, but standard 1-bedrooms are starting price at least the same price as this, sometimes mostly higher, around 30 to 35,000, and that's for your more budget friendly, wink wink, buildings in Bonifacio. So we're talking about like the Avita buildings and some of the older buildings near Market. Once you get into the higher end buildings, the more fancy luxury buildings that are newer, it's even more than that. If you go to a place like Rockwell, you're paying just as much as here for a 2-bedroom here. In Rockwell, you're paying that price for a studio. So it starts to be like, in my mind, do I want to do that, or do I want to just live here and then hop on a grab and go to the other places within a few minutes? Doesn't seem like too much of a big deal to do that, and that's what we decided to do. Because I'll be straight with you, we went to Bonifacio and we looked at a lot of buildings. Mostly they were the Avida buildings, Avida Turf, Avida Verge, Avida Ninth. There's a bunch of them uptown, and the location is grand, bro. The location is so good. You're walking out of your condo and you're right in uptown by the Uptown Mall. The sidewalks are big. It's amazing in Bonifacio, all that good stuff. But when you go inside the condo, the one bedroom for $500 that you're getting is depressing. I'm just be straight up with you. It's depressing. I don't know. Just the size is too small. Almost all the places we visited there, none of them had inverter air cons set up for $500 for one bedroom at least. And then none of them had inverter air cons. They have these ugly tile, yellow floors mixed with a yellow painted wall. And it's just too much sensory for me. It looks like I'm in a bathroom or something, like a jail cell. I don't know what the hell's going on with the design there, but it's depressing design, dude. And it's a lot like New York, right? I got my New Yorkers that watch the channel, you guys know that the apartments we're getting in New York aren't that great inside, but we're paying a premium for the location, and it's fair. If you're a New Yorker, you know it is what it is, right? But in Bonifacio Global City, it don't have to be like that, because in New York, there's nowhere around the New York City to move anymore, where you can go a few minutes on the train and get to a better place to this kind of degree in price, right? Everything's gentrified there, where, you know, you used to be able to go to some spots like Brooklyn, some spots up there, you know, Bushwick. You used to be able to go like Queens, which is a little further out, but there used to be some places you can go and you could live outside the city, and then you could just go to different boroughs and save some money. But now everything is so gentrified that everything's expensive. It slowly just started expanding outward, and now everything's expensive. But in Metro Manila, it's not like that. But in my opinion, Bonifacio Global City is just getting too big for its britches, as they say. It's a cool place, but I don't know, man. For the value, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to shit on Bonifacio. I don't want to say any bad things about it, because honestly, we like it. It's just that the value's not there. At least for us right now, in my opinion, the value's not there. If you have unlimited money, if you've been working your whole life and you're out here retiring with, you know, big baller status, then go to Bonifacio Global City and just do it big, because it's probably one of the best places here in the Philippines and Metro Manila. If you want something Americanized, Western style, it's one of the best, and it's super nice and clean and all that stuff. But if you're moving here as a younger expat, if you're still growing, if you're like doing your thing, and you know, you do have a budget like we do, then I gotta recommend looking at some of the surrounding areas. So I'm gonna do a video on that, talk about that a little bit, and cover it. So my wife just pulled up. What do you think? What do you think of the condos? Hey, what do you think of the condos in Bonifacio? I'll see what she says. The same thing as me or not.
I didn't like it because they're too small. The living room, because most of them are Avida.
Yeah, I said that. What color was it inside?
Yellowish.
Yellow, right?
Yeah.
It's ugly, right?
Yeah.
You heard it there, see? Unscripted. So anyway, guys, just wanted to do a quick video. It turned out to be not a quick video at all. It's actually probably one of my longest videos. I have word vomit. I'm talking a lot. But we'll do the next video. We'll tell you guys about some different spots. I'm going to end this video once the sun goes down. I'll show you guys the view at night here. And as always, guys, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Wanted to give you guys a quick nighttime view, so here you go. Check it out.